Hey dreamers, I'm Bryce from Midnight Notion, a singer-songwriter, musician, and a big fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite song is. So could it be My Friend of Misery? Let's use math to find out. Cue the intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! My Friend of Misery, track number 11 off of the Black Album. Thank you so much for being here. If you're in America and you're watching it on the day of the debut, happy Thanksgiving to you and to yours. If you're not in America, hey, thanks for being here anyway. And if you're watching it on a different day, happy any other day to you as well. Thanksgiving is a holiday that has a really, really troubling past. It's okay to recognize the hardships of the foundings of it, the beginnings of it being not so great, but then also recognize the thankfulness that comes around on this day. So to just start off this episode, I'd really love to thank all of the 290 plus subscribers so far. Thank you for coming along on this journey, and a special thanks to those of you who are here every single day. Michael Free, Eloisa, Gracia, Alloy Tuber, and the rest of you, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. I'm so thankful that I have people all around the world tuning in to listen to some rando talk about Metallica. Today we're going to listen to My Friend of Misery. I'm going to blab my way through it, and then I'm going to score it based on the following criteria: lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. Each score is a 0 to 4 scale, and the grand total possible points is 20, and we'll see at the end whether or not this one has what it takes to get to the top 10. It's going to need at least 18 to get there because, ooh boy, high bar. Let's go! Spoiler alert, this is one of my favorites. This bass line is just beautiful. I think that the like the little hi-hat fill there is a bit much. It's kind of taking over the bass, and it's not really necessary. I like the off hit, like the psh, tss, tss, tss. You know, that's fine. But when he does the tss, 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 it's so harsh and it cuts through the mix so hard that it feels like it's kind of interrupting the bass. That said, I love the pattern of this intro because if we listen really close, we have just the bass. Now we have all the instruments, but they're just hits and holds. Ba 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 ba. I like that it's 2 and then 1. But then we steadily come into this. If you listen, we'll have hits again, but the drums will come in with a halftime pattern, and one of the guitars will start the riff, but only half of the riff. And then both of them will start half the riff, and then we do a fill, and then we go straight with the main riff, which is also the verse. So really cool build. Let's just feel this build all together. Listen to it all the way. One guitar is just going ba-na, ba-na. I just love how they just hold out. That A is just ringing throughout. Really cool. Really moody. Now it's the full riff. But one guitar is still holding. Do you feel that build? Do you feel how that build goes from just nothing, and that A is just holding out, and then we're steadily building the drums, and now we're in the straight feel, and it just like the energy is like released. You've been building up this tension. It's really moody, really dark, and then just ba ba ba. Now we can bang our heads. Yeah. Wanna hear. Do you hear that? There's a clean guitar in the back. Listen really close. This last time through the riff, we have sort of a I don't know. I feel like it's got a chorus on it and it's clean, but there's one guitar kind of it's probably doing what the bass is doing, but it's an extra layer underneath the lead guitars. This next time through. Right here. And we're back to the 2 again. Well, I guess no, this wouldn't be the 2 because this is F sharp and we're actually in the key of A minor. So that's not actually the 2. That's like the 5? I don't know. Anyway, really cool background stuff. I wanted to talk about that clean guitar because I heard a really tin, like percussive hit. I don't know if it's an acoustic plucking there. I know that there's a clean guitar as one part of the layer, but there might have been an acoustic. There might also, it could have been like some sort of like an electric piano or like an old like ding 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 ding. I don't know what exactly it could have, like I don't know, kalimba? I don't know the instruments that are there. All I know is that there's a deep layer that we can barely hear. They're not going to play it live, but it's a cool add to the song. Just wanted to point it out. Back to the chorus. Back to this part. But tom fills instead of the hi-hats. And to be honest, I like the tom fill way better than the hi-hat fill. Ba-doom, boom, ka, boom, 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 ka, boom. Really, really sweet. Mwah. Love those twos. Is it coming back? It's definitely there. I like it. I think it's neat. One thing I want to point out about this chorus, one major element is missing. Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. Lars doing drum fills. What? We've got a whole chorus and there's not like a single fill. He's just staying boo, cha, boom, boom. There's like nothing happening in the drums. And even that few couple of times that they played it live, he's adding in drum like snare rolls. Boom, boom. You know, he's adding other things. There's nothing here. They're just laid back, very simple. I don't know if that's because this is it's a later song on the record. So I don't know if they put, you know, if this was one of those like, oh, we have to add another song because the record company says so. You know what I mean? Like every artist goes through something like that. If I'm not mistaken, Metallica's never really had that problem, I think, but I could be mistaken. Let me know if I'm mistaken. But they usually have the freedom to just put out whatever they want. But at the same time, this song never got played until the year 2012. They never played it live. Jason did a doodle, like just a bass doodle based off of this song, but it was never the entire song until 2012. This is 1991. That's a lot of years. I'm not gonna do the math. It was 15 to I'm gonna do the math apparently. 10 years is 20, and then that's almost 21 years until they finally played this live. That's too long to not play this fantastic song. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Let's get back to it. There's also a deep bass boom right before the chorus. Boom. Boom. Right? now we've reached the best part of this song. Potentially the best part of the record. There's strings in the background. We hear shimmering, right? We hear like a little chimes situation. There's strings, just and then when I just heard some strings, and then that lead guitar is just crying miserably, just miserably. Oh, every time. I saw them play this at Orion Music and More, and it was the best experience ever because I've always loved this song and I've been wanting them to play it for so long. When I found out they were playing the Black Album in its entirety, that I was going to get to hear this song, I was completely jazzed. And they did what I've always wanted them to do with this part. They did an audience harmonized sing-along. Go check it out, Orion Music and More, My Friend of Misery Live. James had one half of the audience do the low part, what we just heard, and he had the other part of the audience do the higher part, and they harmonized together, and you could see on his face just the big, bright smile. How cool that sounded, having thousands of people. Whoa. So cool. So cool. This song should be played more often. Why do they not play it? Is it something to do with Jason because he wrote the main bass line? Are they trying not to play Jason songs? I don't know. I don't know the history of it. All I know is that this is spectacular. Let's let it play through. Tambourine. Does anyone else hear this specific clean riff and start imagining the underwater levels from Donkey Kong Country? Because that's what I do. And I know that they're different, but for some reason, this section of this song reminds me of Donkey Kong Country's water levels. Just thought you should know. All right, here we go. Somebody's going to have to tell me down in the comments below what effect they're using. They're doing a dueling guitar solo, but that's not just distortion. That's not like a wah or a vocoder or something like that. There is some weird pedal they're using that reminds me of like a Game Boy game. It sounds like something you would hear on a Game Boy. I don't know why everything in this song is reminding me of video games, but we've got Donkey Kong Country, we've got Game Boy music. I don't know. Now I just feel like I need to go play Kirby or something. But you're going to have to tell me what sort of effect this is, because it's weird. Not a bad weird, just different weird. Ooh, did you hear that reverse cymbal? Whoa, I'm going back for that. Listen to that suck in. Chorus riff. That solo section had a really long delay on it. Either a delay or it was recorded multiple times, but you can hear when he's really doing those high, there's like an echo and it's kind of panned different throughout the speakers. Listen. Really cool. How do we get this? We're going to take this halftime groove and we're going to make it straight. This is a cool fill. I'm just pointing it out. Yeah. Okay, I'm jamming out now. I'm having so much fun. Love this song. I wanted to point out that the guitar, the rhythm guitar, has been playing the same riff since the solo. The end of the solo features the chorus riff, and then they did the chorus, and then they teased going into the next part, but then they come back to the chorus for another halftime through, and then now the drums are playing straight, but the rhythm is still playing that chorus riff. Now we're going to get our first change. I want you to listen on your version, because on my version and on a few of the online versions I've heard, there's just a slight skip. I'm going to see if I can point it out. It's like a kick drum. Right there. That ba-ba-ba. It's like they were editing the tape, they were splicing it, and they just missed it by just a tiny little beat. There's just like a fraction of a millisecond where the timing doesn't line up. I'm going to rewind one more time. You can hear boom, boom, pa is what it's supposed to be doing, but it's like boom, pa, and there's like a stutter in there in the kicks. You tell me if this is on your version as well. Right here. Boo, bah. Do you hear that? It's just very slight. I'm going to play it one more time, see if you can hear it. Right here. What a song. What a song. I enjoy this one. Let's talk about what kind of score this one gets. Here we go. Whoosh. Lyrics. What is this song about? It's about misery, right? My friend of misery. You just stood there screaming, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I told myself I would be honest. I really love this song as a whole, but if I'm going to critique the lyrics fairly, I gotta give it the same level of... I have to treat it the same way I've treated all of the songs so far. And that said, I don't feel like these lyrics really say a whole lot. I don't think that there's anything that really stands out as, yes, this is a very artfully crafted piece of prose, right? Or poetry, or I don't know. It just, there's a couple of lines that are like, oh, that's pretty cool. But nothing really stands out. And I can really feel... A lot of bands going, from that era anyway, were going into the studio and they were putting their major hits at the front of the album, and then they're less likely to be favorited songs towards the end. And you can really feel the kind of dive in the quality of lyrics. That said, I think that they're not bad, but they're not really good. They're kind of just sitting in the middle for me. When I read them out loud, I just go, meh, no opinion. So this one, lyrically, it's a safe 2. Instrumentation. I love that bass line so much, and I wish that we got to hear more of what Jason could provide in this song. He's basically playing that riff for almost the entirety of it, which is, you know, I don't know, I guess that's unfortunate, but it's not that it's bad, it's just it's a good riff. So play it to your heart's content. Play it as long as you want to. I love the riff. I think that clean riff in the middle is also a standout, just so beautiful. And actually, when the guitars are playing the main riff, that's super catchy too. I really like the instrumentation of this song. I appreciate Lars for holding back in the chorus and not going to town like he does on every other song. Way to hold back. So instrumentally, I think they did a pretty good job. This one is getting a 3. Composition. Here we have a little bit of a trouble because we have verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, And then I guess the outro is a little bit different. It's pretty similar structurally. There's not a lot of there's no time signature changes or key changes. There's no real changing that like feels new and different and outstanding. That middle section is really cool. I love hearing the effects of the volume guitar. Wah, 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 wah. And I love hearing those little shimmery, we got the chimes, we've got the I don't know, it's just loaded with stuff. So compositionally, it's fine. It's not great, it's not bad, it's good. Better than even. We'll give this one compositionally a 3. Memorability. I don't know how to grade this one because I remember it. I love this song. I can't get it out of my head. But to be fair, I don't think a lot of the Metallica fans out there sit with it the same way that I do. I know Eloisa is in the comments right now going, hey, I love this song. I remember it. But like how many of the whole, like of all their worldwide fans, how many really memorize this song or really remember it? I think that this song is really missing that memorable something other than the bass line. That bass line, super rememberable. Super memorable bass line. The rest of it kind of falls short. It's not that real grabby hook. So unfortunately, I gotta knock it 1 point, but it's still pretty memorable. So I don't know, we'll give them a positive point. This one, memorability, gets a 3. Emotional response. You should already know I really love this song. Emotionally, I'm invested. I want to hear it again. I want them to play it live over and over and over again. I think that the crowd would love to sing this part over and over. I think it's just a fun song. I'm happy to hear it. You know what? I'm going to cover this someday. I don't know when, but I'm going to cover it someday. It's always been on my list. So emotional response, this should be no surprise. It's a 4. And so My Friend of Misery gets a grand total of 15 points, which unfortunately is not enough to break the top 10. It's currently in 20th place out of 46. So not in the middle either. It's above the middle. So at least there's that. It's still a great song. I still enjoyed it. Let's take a look one more time at that top 10. We got One sitting comfortably with the only perfect score so far. Unforgiven in second. Puppets and Wolf are tied for third. And on the chopping block, we got Through the Never. So this has been quite a journey so far, and there is so much journeying to do from here on out. So now it's your turn. In the comments below, tell me what score you would give this song. And hey, tell me what you're thankful for as well. Tell me something that has really been a positive thing in your life this year. Put it in the comments below. And make sure that you check out Midnight Notion wherever you get your music. I would love you to spin my music for your virtual family gatherings to share Midnight Notion with your family. Why not? Via Zoom. That's what I'm doing. A Zoom gathering. And then make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we're looking for 300. No, we're looking for 1,000 subscribers. 300 is very close, but 1,000, that's the next one. So get that 1,000 subscriber count. Share it with your friends and family. Like, share, subscribe, do the whole thing. And we'll see you tomorrow as we do the last track from the Black Album, The Struggle Within. Thanks for watching.